All right, joining me now from Tel Aviv with more on these developments, NBC News correspondent Kelly Kobayeh. Kelly, good to have you with us. So does it look like Netanyahu, in fact, will be ousted here? What would the international consequences of that be when you have, as we just played there, a soundbite from a potentially incoming prime minister who does not accept a two-state solution as it is understood in the international arena?
Well, Eamon, it does look as though Netanyahu is on his way out at this point. There are a few steps to go before that actually happens. We're probably looking at a matter of a week as opposed to hours or days. I spoke to the press person for the centrist government today. They're at the center of these coalition talks. And he said most of the big obstacles have already been overcome. They're really working on the finer details, still negotiating tonight, from what I understand. But they are confident that they're going to meet this Wednesday midnight deadline, and they will be able to go to the president, Reuven Rivlin, and tell him that they will be able to form a government. What does it mean in terms of international relations going forward with a government led by first the prime minister, a man who will be called Prime Minister Naftali Bennett if we get that far? Well, as you mentioned, he doesn't believe in a two-state solution. He's very closely aligned, really, ideologically with Benjamin Netanyahu. He was his chief of staff at one point. He was his defense minister, served in other ministries within his office. So there's not a lot of change when it comes to policy there. Here's where the difference comes in. He's going to be potentially part of a government, as you mentioned, with a huge variety of ideologies and political ideas, and getting something done is going to be incredibly difficult. I spoke to a former centrist politician today, and she said the only thing holding all of these parties together is their desire to get Netanyahu out of office. When it comes to actually having an effective government, an effective foreign policy, that's going to be really, really tough for this government if indeed it comes together. Eamon.
And of course, we'll see what Washington has to say once and if that government is formed. Kelly Kobayeh live for us in Tel Aviv. Kelly, thank you as always. And of course, we just played a little bit of that interview, but be sure to head to msnbc.com for my full interview with Naftali Bennett, poised to unseat Benjamin Netanyahu and potentially become Israel's next prime minister as early as this week.